There's lots of people that will pick a football game over God. How silly is that? Lots of people will pick popularity over God. It's interesting that these 2.5 tribes, Moses said, you know what? You can stay on the east side, but you're going to have to fight. Your fighting men will have to fight for us. Their fighting meant nothing because they had already chosen to stay on the east side of the Jordan. But in the Jewish culture, Judaism, it's something called a midrash. And the midrash, John, you know what I'm talking about, is something where they break down line by line, verse by verse, and make it clear and concise. And the midrash of this 2.5 tribes' decisions to stay on the east side of the Jordan, when you break it down, they say that they had such horrible regret because when they fought the battle and they went over to the west side and crossed over the Jordan, they saw the blessings of God. They saw the land flowing with milk and honey. They saw and they experienced the miracles of battle after battle after battle where they just were outnumbered, but God showed up and they were walking around these walls for 6 days. And the 7th day they marched around it 7 times and they shouted and the walls came tumbling down and they won battle after battle. They saw giants conquered and cities and nations destroyed because of the power and the presence of God. If you stay on the east side of the Jordan, you're settling. But let's go over to the other side. What God has for you, you can't even fathom or imagine. But still, there are people that will settle. Hebrews 10, God says, I take no pleasure in the one who shrinks back. But we do not belong to those who shrink back and are destroyed, but we belong to those who have faith and are saved. Don't shrink back. I'm begging you. We as a church can't afford. Pastor, what about interest rates? What about this? What about that? What about the election that's coming? All these things are uncertain. I get that. But I know that when God has given us a promise that we're to reach a region for the cause of Christ, we're to advance the cause of Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm more concerned with obeying the command that Jesus gave us, the Great Commission, go into all the world and preach the gospel and make disciples of all men. Come on, somebody. I want to please Him more than I want to be too careful. I don't want to be too careful. I want to be brave.